But like I say, this has caused a lot of a lot of problems in North Carolina. The Republican governor lost his reelection bid. A new Democrat governor is coming in, and so this law is most likely going to go away anyway. But I have to say, remember I mentioned earlier the deception through omission? Here's a perfect example of this. Let me read to you directly from CNN how they report this story. They say, quote, "For now, House Bill 2 stands as the law in North Carolina. Signed by the governor in March, HB2 bans people from using public bathrooms that don't correspond to their biological sex as listed on their birth certificates." See how they word this in a way that makes it sound like they're being discriminatory against gay people? It bans people from using public bathrooms. Well, actually, folks, that's not true. That's not true, CNN. It doesn't ban transgender people from, quote, using public bathrooms. The law only applies to government buildings, state parks, public schools, things like that, not private businesses. And by the way, private businesses is where about 99% of where all the public bathrooms are. Come on, take every public bathroom in the city that you live in. Every public bathroom in a fast food restaurant, in any kind of business. How many total men's rooms and how many total women's rooms are there in the city you live in? However many hundreds, if not thousands of them that there are, how many of those are in private businesses and how many of those are in schools or public government buildings? Some of them are schools and public government buildings, but let's be honest, 99% of all the public bathrooms in this country are in private businesses. So for CNN to report that this law, quote, bans people from using public bathrooms that don't correspond to their biological sex, that's not true. It only bans them from doing that in government-run buildings and restrooms, which is a very, very tiny minority of all of the public restrooms. But see, CNN doesn't tell you that, do they? Time to call CNN fake news? Well, anyway. They go on to say, quote, "The state law passed in response to Charlotte City's non-discrimination ordinance that allowed transgender people to use bathrooms that correspond with their gender identity." Again, folks, deception by omission. What CNN didn't tell you is that the Charlotte City ordinance required all private businesses to allow men into the ladies' restrooms, locker rooms, showers, dressing rooms, in every single private business, from workout gyms to Chuck E. Cheese and everything in between. Don't you think that's important information to include in the CNN story? I mean, come on, you're going to call Breitbart fake news? But you're listening to The Bob Duco Show.